Captain Jack Sparrow with a laser gun. Why not? If you want to try that, give Buccaneer a shot. Buccaneer is one of the harder characters in Brotato, but can be very fun to play, provided you have the right build. The Buccaneer has one simple drawback: decreased attack speed, or what we might call weapon reload speed. However, all weapons reload when materials are picked up. This ability becomes very powerful when used with the right weapon. Essentially, you should choose any slow weapon that would benefit the most from fast reload times. For this build, I chose laser guns because they have the highest single shot damage, but you can use shotguns as well. With laser guns, your enemies won't know what hit them, literally. And that's the whole point. You want to ensure that when you pick up a material and reset all weapons, there will be new materials waiting for you on the ground. Problem is that playing the Buccaneer is like being a pirate on a treasure hunt, except sometimes the treasure chest is empty. Enemies are killed, but no materials drop. That's when the fun part of playing Buccaneer really begins. You need to plan your movement carefully to pick up materials along the way. You also have to be patient with collecting materials, saving them for future enemies and necessary weapon resets. Very cautious gameplay is needed while fighting bosses, even if your laser gun damage is really high, and trust me, bosses die very quickly. They won't go down in one reload. You should stay at mid-range from the bosses and also target other enemies to pick up the materials they drop, which will help you reload your weapons. This strategy is mostly needed in the early game, as there are some items that help with material drops later in game. The most important item is definitely Baby Gecko, which will help you pick up dropped materials and provide stable reload speeds for your weapons. With Baby Gecko, you can focus more on effective movement and less on collecting materials. Of course, there's Sif's Relic, which picks up all materials for you as they drop. But if you're planning on pushing high endless waves, I recommend taking 3 baby geckos instead. That way, some materials will be left on the floor and can be picked up in case of an emergency. A very strong item for the Buccaneer is the Starfish, which increases materials dropped from enemies and also boosts your effective attack speed. Other items worth taking are definitely the Pumpkin, to increase your piercing damage, and the Bandana Eye Patch, or Sharp Bullet, to increase the number of pierces. Among legendary items, don't forget about Ricochet. If you are playing with a shotgun, remember that it starts with more piercing right from the beginning. Bonus of these items is achieving true Jack Sparrow style. When it comes to stats for defenses, focus on capping dodge first and then ramping up armor. For healing, it's up to you. Both luck and health regen work well. To maximize damage, you can ignore attack speed on items and focus solely on damage increase, bonus range damage, and critical strikes. Don't forget about range. You don't need to focus on stacking it, but make sure it doesn't fall below 0. However, keep in mind that damage is king of this build. As you can see, I was far from having good defenses on wave 20, but my damage output was strong, and that's what counts. If you cannot kill enemies during a single reload, the build will not work. However, if you can steadily kill enemies, you will always remember playing this build as the day they almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. I hope you enjoyed this short guide and that you have as much fun with Buccaneer, as I did. A guide for Jack character will come soon as well. If you have any questions regarding this build, or if you want to give me some tips instead, please let me know in the comments below. Please enjoy the rest of Wave 25 at Danger Level 5. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe, because even pirates know that the real treasure is staying updated with the best gaming content. Bye.